Cool. Good to see everybody. Welcome. I'm rolling alone today because Ange had a family emergency that she had to attend to. So glad that you all have decided to join us. Cameron, good to see you. Brett, good to see you again. Cardis, always good. Jesse Johnson, Jasmine, Karima, Lawrence, always good to see you. So I'm Ron Story. I'm the head of product at SpeakerHub, which means that everything you like about SpeakerHub, everything you hate about SpeakerHub is probably my responsibility. Over the last 8 months since I have owned SpeakerHub, we've made a lot of incredible changes. We're growing faster than ever. We've added 4 million points of data, where in the past, SpeakerHub was primarily a directory. Now we've made the full transition to AI-powered Speakers Bureau. Every 51 minutes, someone gets a meeting with an event planner to decide, if they want to take the gig or not with SpeakerHub. We've added podcast as a new important stage. We've added small associations along with our conferences and press coverage. So I'm glad everyone's here. Good to see everyone. Good to see you, Rhonda. So this is what we do. We do this every day, twice a day, from 12 noon until 7 p.m. Usually we're joined by our head of operations, who is named Angela Lewis. Angela's out, so keep her and her family in your prayers. One of her best friends, and she's a good friend of mine too, was ill and had a surgery today, so we want to make sure she makes it through that on the other side. Always good vibes over here at SpeakerHub. We're like a family. We do this call. We ask a lot of questions, answer a lot of questions. But the first thing we do is whenever someone is here new, we always ask you to introduce yourself. Why? Because we want to know how everyone can help you, not just how SpeakerHub can help you, but if AJ has a gig for you that he can't go to, he should be able to send it to Jesse. Or if Jasmine has something that she can't go to, she should be able to send it to Corolla. So that's the vibes over here. You don't have to be a member to be a part of it, but you just got to be positive and wanting to win. So Corolla, if you want to introduce yourself, I think you were one of the first ones here. That would be great.
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Carola. I am a life coach from Chile, and I help professional women lose weight. My approach is heavily based on regulating the nervous system so that they can actually implement what they know will work in getting them the results that they so much want. So that's basically in a nutshell. If anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. But
how long have you been speaking?
Oh, for about 6 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's incredible. Well, welcome to SpeakerHub. We're here to help you. That's what we do. We help people to get on more stages. So welcome aboard. Jesse Johnson, you want to take the stage?
Hi, so I'm, first of all, thanks, Ron, for hosting this. I'm meeting with you on Monday. I'm on your calendar then, so I'm looking forward to that. Basically, I'm going from engineering, someone who was an engineer writing a blog on the side for a while, into content marketing. And I'm trying to explore if speaking can be a way to help with kind of getting more leads on that side of thing, and maybe even turn into a source of revenue as well. That's me.
Yep. Oh no, that's great. We can help you with that. I promise you, it can be a source of revenue. That's the whole purpose, right? I'm not a believer in free speech. I think every time you open your mouth, you should get paid in some way. You may not always get paid in money. You may get paid in followers. You may get paid in leads. You may get paid in clients, but you should always get paid when you're sharing your intellectual property. So this is a no free speech zone. It's kind of a double entendre, but yeah, that's what we believe here at SpeakerHub. We always want you to be getting paid. So let's go to Cameron Montgomery. I thought that was Eddie Murphy. I said, Cameron looked like Eddie Murphy off of Coming to America over there, man.
Hey, how's everybody doing? It's funny you say that. A lot of people have been saying that lately. I think it's the mustache. And I told somebody recently, I actually keep it because people end up saying that. It's just a little gag that I get to laugh and share with people. But my name is Cameron Montgomery. I run a consulting firm. We specialize in business development and procurement. We help individuals that kind of want to grow their business and go from The entrepreneurs of small businesses and startups become the leaders of larger enterprises. But then we also help people secure funding through government grants and contracts.
No, that's cool. How long you been speaking?
So I haven't done any like professional speaking gigs or any major like speaking opportunities. There was a time in my life where I was a Black Panther and I did a lot of like political speaking engagements publicly. And so I could say since about 2018 doing it in that capacity. But since I kind of got into the more business and professional space, I really haven't done any speaking at all.
Okay, no, that's all good. I mean, whether you got paid for it or not, speaking is speaking in our world. We do believe that there's a skill building that, helps people transition into the more elite professional speaking. But having the courage is what we reward, right? We want to make sure that anybody who has the courage to get on stage, that we can encourage them to keep getting on stage. Is that fair? Right. So
Most definitely. Thank you for what you do.
Oh yeah, no, thank you, man. Yeah, let me show you. Look at this. Tell me this don't look like this dude, man. Tell me this ain't Cameron. This is Cameron.
Zamunda.
That is freaking Cameron right there. Just put a hat on him.
If Cameron were to practice Eddie's laugh, he could probably add a 0 or 2 to his speaking fees.
That is so funny. That's good advice.
The Prince of Zamunda.
What is that, velvet?
Thank you so much, Cameron, for coming. I appreciate seeing you. So welcome. Thank you, Cameron.
Chantel, this one of your friends. Chantel is the queen of references to SpeakerHub. That is a huge sign that she likes what we do and how we help. But Cameron, welcome aboard. Sorry for the jokes, man. This is a big family reunion for us. Glad that you're not easily offended and you understand the perspective. We weren't the first people to say it. I'll just leave it there. Right?
No, most definitely. And I already enjoy the vibe and everything that's going on. Chantel, how are you? Thank you for bringing me into the space.
Yeah. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Let's get to other introductions. Anyone else? Karima, it's your first time on here. Say what's up. Welcome to the family.
Hello, everyone. This is my second time. I think my first time I was able to join a couple of weeks ago, but maybe for like 15 minutes or so, because I'm a therapist. I am a practice owner in Maryland, and I specialize in sex therapy and also in anger management. So I enjoy helping people connect in so many different ways. And actually, I have something really exciting to say that last week when I sent my pitches, I got a confirmation. So I'll be speaking on a podcast next month.
How cool is that?
So I'm excited about that. So I'm booked. So that was my first booking, but I also have a few other things in the mix. I do have a speaking engagement at a marriage summit that I was asked to present to. And also I have a speaking workshop for couples that I'm starting. So it's been pretty busy.
That's exciting. That's good news, man. High five. Sorry. Was I here the time you were here? Because I remember people's faces. Maybe you didn't have your camera on.
I did not have my camera on.
Okay,
no.
There it is. See, I remember people's faces. So, but good to see you. Glad you got booked using our systems. We're here to help. Anyone else do that I forgot? Any other new people? Okay, cool. So I'm getting an echo from somebody's thing. I don't know whose that is. Okay, I think it went away now. So, but no, good to see everybody. Again, I'm Ron Story. This is our daily call. We do this twice a day, 12 noon Eastern and 7 p.m. Eastern. Yesterday, we had a great crowd on our first 7 p.m. call. I think about 15 people came in. We stayed on for about an hour and a half, just discussing the future of speaking and how people can get booked. Lawrence, what's up?
Yeah, so I just have a comment about what Cameron said. So the fact that you've been a Black Panther and have done political speaking have you done this in front of like a crowd of people? Like on a podium or inside of a club or something? Then yes, that would be considered public speaking. Because and not just any kind of public speaking, it's a very passionate, thought-provoking, like big thing. That's something that you don't minimize. Because even
100%.
though you haven't gone on a TEDx stage or you haven't been flown across the world to speak at a seminar, you've been doing this since 2018. And you don't just wake up and decide, okay, today I'm going to go be a Black Panther. No, I'm assuming that you started out in the seat, you learned how to get up on a stage, you built the confidence to do that. So technically speaking, you would have a minimum of 7 years speaking, not labeling yourself as a public speaker, but an electrician who, it's like an electrician who's been doing it for 10 years, but they've been in business for 1 month.
Mhm.
I hope that analogy made sense to you.
No, it totally makes sense. And I see both sides, right? So Lawrence, I think you make a great point to reinforce what Bart talks about, which is you got to believe in yourself, right? And you got to see yourself a certain way, but also understand Cameron's point of view where he wants to respect the profession, because there are professional speakers like, Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, that have been doing it for years. I can shoot hoops, but I ain't a professional basketball player, right? I can play baseball, but I'm not a professional baseball player. So him respecting the craft, I got to give him a high five for that, right?
Yeah,
But you encouraging him, I got to give you a high five for that too, because you understand how hard it is to even want to be a speaker and not to minimize the courage that it takes. So I think there's a balance there, guys, right? But thanks for the encouragement, Lawrence, and I'm sure Cameron receives it in a positive way. And we want to help him to make that transition if he feels like there's some extra skills he needs to learn, or some learning how to get paid to speak and all of that as validation. That's what we're here to help you to do. Same thing for Jesse. Jesse's trying to understand, hey, I've been teaching this. I got my chemtrail things in the background where I can make molecules and stuff work, but I may not have been doing it on a professional level where someone is paying me to share my intellectual property. So I assume that's why you're here, right? If that's why you're here at SpeakerHub, we can help you with that. What we do is we help you to get booked for paid gigs, for podcast interviews, and for press coverage, right? We call them the 3 Ps: paid gigs, podcast interviews, press coverage. And why that's important is if you were to think of the 5 speakers that you like the most, there's a chance that you've never heard them speak live and in person. You've probably heard them on a podcast, saw them on YouTube, bought one of their books. They're expressing their intellectual property through writing instead of talking. That's what we're all about. We're about IP expression at SpeakerHub and at our bureau, right? So good to see you, Ann. Good to see you, Sayron, Sharon, Janissa, everybody that's here. Kathleen, good to see you again. So any other positive notes? Karima shared that she got booked on some podcasts and she has a couple gigs coming up. Anybody else got anything else to celebrate? We do this every day so that we can kind of stay up to account and give you all high fives. Anybody else got any other bookings
on today at 1:30?
That and Ann has another podcast booking that we just got yesterday as well.
No, that's super duper duper important. So what you all hear is what you'll hear a lot of times is about podcasting. And the reason being is that you can reach hundreds of people from the comfort of your own home. I live down in Medellin, Colombia. It's very hard to get me to fly up to the US for a $2,000 speaking gig. I would rather stay here in Medellin, save 15 hours of flying and being in the airport, and talk to hundreds of people in a virtual event for free, where I could sell my product or service, then fly up just for $2,000 to be frustrated for the next 3 days. I got a day of travel, a day of speaking, a day of traveling back. I've missed my kids for 3 days. It just throws everything off when I can do virtual. So we don't have a problem. We don't minimize those who choose to go on podcasts to get their message out, right? In the same way that we don't, minimize the person who's willing to do a free TED Talk, right? Just because you're willing to do it for free, that doesn't mean you're worse than the person who's getting paid $5,000 or $15,000. So I want to let you know, we don't get charged commissions for what we do, but we also don't bring any ego to it. We treat everybody the same, right? So if you're the best speaker in the world, like Les Brown, Lisa Nichols, whomever, get the same respect as the person who's just starting out, or Lawrence. Lawrence is 19. He's been speaking for the last 4 years. We give him all the support he needs because we need more 19-year-olds doing this and changing his generation. So equal opportunity over here. Ann McNeil, what's up? What part of the world? Where is Ann McNeil today? I don't know. She got her hand up. She may be away
Trying
from
to
the
come
mic.
off mute. Trying to come.
Okay.
Trying to come off mute. That's what I'm in Brazil. But
Okay.
listen, I just wanted to mention something that came out of, I think maybe pitching, but I got to reach out from an association, actually an association that I've been a member of, construction association, probably a member of their organization for the last 20 years. And they wanted to spotlight me for Women in Construction Week, which is coming up next week. Now, I wanted to mention that because I think that it reminded me of the fact that as we're pitching, we're not pitching this space of construction as a part of our pitching and as construction associations and the trades. And I just wanted to mention that because I had a conversation with Michelle about the fact that we've had over 1,000 pitches, which is, and I'm really saying this to the benefit of all of us, but I realize we may be missing something in the sense that I'm an expert in my space, but I'm not niching in my space. So I just want to share that. They reached out to me and it just was like a knock against the head to say, hey, remember us? Thank you.
No, I think that you make a great point, Ann, and I want to kind of go over that. Let me get this picture, Cameron, off the screen here. I'm joking with you, Cameron. I'm just kidding, man. So here is one of the differences. When you log into SpeakerHub Pro, there's different types of searches. So a podcast search could be topical. It could be based on the person's name, all of that. But when you're searching in associations, conferences, and media outlets, it's going to be more audience and industry based, right? So if we were to type in construction here, we have 2,100 construction organizations here that host regular meetings, right? And depending on which one you're reaching out to and where it's located, this one is the Miami Valley chapter. This one is the Ohio chapter. That one is the Oregon chapter. We're going to give you, so you can go talk at all of them. If you land one and they got multiple chapters, try to get booked at all of them, right? Because then now when they do their voting for their annual conference, you get 10 chapters submit your name as the person that they want to hear speak. That's an easy way to go from a chapter level speech up to a conference level speech. But yeah, we got 2,100 associations there. And I think in the conferences, we may have a couple of thousand more. We got 1,200 more. So let's see, let me make sure. 98 more in the conference space. So there's definitely enough associations, especially with your background running MCO. It is incredible. You should be killing that. And then look at the women's business owners associations too, because with you being a women's business owner of such a large company, they would love to have you come in. That is a huge opportunity, right? DEI isn't dead in the US. The name's just changed, right? So you can still find great inclusive stages to be on without using it used to be a 4-letter word, but now the 3-letter word, DEI, you can still get gigs in the US. And if you're looking for gigs outside of the US around diversity, other countries are not affected by the US's diversity initiatives. So, we had Vivian Aguayo come on, who's a sought after expert in London and in England in diversity. And she's like, none of my business has changed. That's the US's problem. So just understand that we have a worldwide database, right? It's not just conferences in the US, it's conferences on all 9 continents, associations on all 9 continents, and podcasts all over the world. So thanks for the update. And
Thank you.
I really appreciate that, because sometimes we do kind of niche ourselves down into these boxes. And then we kind of wonder why, certain things aren't affecting when we left the people who we brought to the dance. Like construction brought you to the dance. Dance with the construction folks.
Right. Exactly. So I just make sure my team is hearing this, because I think that has a lot to do with why we're not getting the response that we're looking for, because we're speaking to the wrong group of people. Thank you.
Yep, no problem at all. Hopefully that was helpful. Guys, a lot of times whenever I respond to questions, you'll see they'll be very broad. The reason being is that people watch these recordings on YouTube. They're always available 24 hours after they're recorded. They'll be posted on our YouTube channel for you to ever go back. You can go back and see all of them starting back in October when we started this. So, it's all chaptered out. So you ain't got to watch the whole hour. You can watch the segments you want to see. But yeah, no, this has been really cool. I'm waiting on Juliana to join, because Juliana's going to come in and run the second half of the meeting today. As you all know, like I mentioned, Ange isn't here, so I need some help from Juliana. But Lawrence, what's your
Go ahead.
AJ?
I wanted to sing Miss Ann's praises. I had her as a guest on my podcast. She was my first guest, and I have gotten like 4 people reach out to me and was like, "Where did you find her?" Everything she wrote, I wanted. So Miss Ann, they want your material. I told them I would figure out, I'm gonna reach out to Michelle later and figure out how I can get them your stuff. Because like I told them to like, yo, I have it in writing. I wanted to send it to you because I feel like that's something that you should have on your site, because they said that's the best podcast they've ever heard and they love you. So
no, it's a huge testimonial. High five. Ann is a killer. She don't act like it, but she is dynamite, and a lot of respect and praise for. It's one thing to see. I'll say this because I met Ann live in person in August of last year, and you can tell a lot about a person how other people treat them, right? And when you see how the speakers of NSA have reference for Ann and the work that she does. Incredible. So thank you, Ann, for the help that you provide to us and the perspective. One of the most humble, ultra successful people I know, because she is as humble as possible with sharing her experience. Lawrence, what's up?
Yeah. So few things that have been going really great for me is I've been getting responses back from podcasts. One of them is actually a podcast it's hosted in Africa, but it's streamed all around the world. And they mainly focus on youth empowerment, which is exactly what I do. And networking here has kind of opened my eyes to realizing that I have such a diverse skill set and knowledge on so many different topics that I can connect it all back to the central theme. Yep. And another great thing that I've been finding is I've been able to network so much more efficiently now, because before using SpeakerHub, the method I was using was I would do all the work to find the association, find their contact information, create an email, send that email, and do that 15 times every day per person. So I'd spend hours finding information just to send emails. And it's so much more convenient to just have a system where everything's right there. I can send it out and I can focus on what really matters. And then the last thing I want to share, because it's so many great things have just happened this last week. Yesterday, I was speaking at a school and I was able to resonate so deeply with them for the simple fact that now a lot more of my energy is focused on creating better content, better material, and delivering a good impact than having to just focus so heavily on getting all the information to email people. And with this, I believe I mentioned it before, but I have a conference that I'm doing in May. So I'm looking forward to that. Even though it's 2 months away, I'm going to be speaking in front of other organizations that could pay me. So
No,
just
that's a big deal.
yeah, just know that even if a place says that they'll only give you publicity, that publicity can lead to a lot of connections that you might not think about.
Oh, 100%. And I think you made a really good point about the time savings, right? One of the things that we wanted to do, the value of SpeakerHub is time. We wanted you to be
Yes.
able to hop in 20 minutes a day, do your outreaches, and then focus on the other things you need to do. We're all
Yes,
super duper
especially
intelligent. We shouldn't be Googling stuff.
yeah, especially for people like myself, where you might not have a personal assistant or a team behind you.
Yep.
Time is the most valuable thing, because if you have to send all of your outreach, if you have to make all your content, prepare your speeches, record everything, edit everything, you cannot really afford to spend 3 hours a day sending emails.
100%. No, you hit it right on the head. So I'm going to take that handoff from you, right? So every 51 minutes, someone gets booked here at SpeakerHub, right? Again, no commission, no ego, just bookings. That's all we're focused on, right? We are the world's largest speakers bureau, and it's powered by AI. That's how we're able to work with so many people, where you would need 800 agents to do it on the work that we're able to do with software. So we're able to work with 63,000 speakers by providing this suite of tools. We give you your speaker page so that when someone Googles you, they can find you. But then we give you what we call SpeakerHub Pro, which is your proactive tools to do outreach, right? All of that was discovered by me working as an agent for 6 years, sending pitches. AJ and everyone knows, they've all seen it. Well, I used to send thousands of emails every month to book people on stages. But what I noticed was that the best speakers were doing inbound and outbound. They just weren't setting up a website and hoping someone discovered them as a speaker. The best ones were proactively, they still are proactively pitching themselves on podcasts, on associations, for conferences, and for media and press opportunities. They're just because they're famous, that doesn't mean that people are looking for them. So once I discovered this, I figured I should probably put it in a tool that every speaker could use, no matter at what level they're at, whether it's Lawrence, who's younger and tech friendly, or it's Cameron, who's just now trying to decide if he wants to be on stages, or Jesse deciding if this is even a profitable way to get his message out. We wanted to make sure that you had the same tools that anybody else, any of these people down here, you could have the same tools that they were using, right? Because this is the tool that they're using. We wanted to give you access to that so that you could feel comfortable getting in front of the right people with your message. I believe that there's a stage for everybody. I believe the problem is that that stage doesn't know that you exist, right? There's a stage and an audience for you. They just don't know that you exist. Now, let me ask you this question. Is it my responsibility to discover a new restaurant, or is it the restaurant's responsibility to tell me about how great their cheeseburgers are?
Restaurant's responsibility.
It's the restaurant's responsibility. So the only difference is that you're not giving out hamburgers, but you're giving out nourishment for the mind and the soul and everything else via your words. So it's your responsibility to tell the people that can pay you that you have something worthy of being paid for. And we wanted to give you the tools in order to be able to do that easier. So you didn't have to do all the Googling like Lawrence was doing. You don't have to copy and paste it over into ChatGPT like a lot of other people were doing. You don't have to have this separate CRM and all this other stuff. SpeakerHub is really everything you need and that you would get from a traditional speakers bureau, but without the knucklehead stuff, right? And this is what I call the knucklehead stuff. We got 4 million gigs. They usually just are using their personal contacts. We don't take any commissions from you. Whatever you get paid, we don't care. We want you to get paid, but we don't want a part of it. They usually take 20 to 50% of the revenue from you. we're open to all speakers, whether you're brand new, never spoken before, you want to learn how to speak, you can come over here. We will help you with that. They only take high-paid, experienced speakers, right? Are they going to teach you how to pitch and interview and give you reviews on all of your stuff and suggestions on your topics? Nope. They really want to keep you in the dark, because if you don't need them, then they're out of business. We allow you to book directly with the organizer and the podcast host. They're going to stand in the middle to keep that contact, right? We allow you to do outreach and lead generation, for yourself, or you can pay our assistants to do it for you. They only promote the well-known speakers. What incentive does someone who gets commission, 30% commission on a $30,000 speaker, how much, incentive do they have to pitch a $3,000 speaker, or a speaker that's starting out that has a great message, but they're still speaking for free, right? So everything we do is based on membership fees. We don't take any upfront fee or half of your commissions. And we're the only bureau in the world. The only, look it up. They usually just focus on conferences. We give you conferences, associations, podcasts, and press. 3.5 million podcasts, 209,000 associations, 173,000 media outlets around the world. I don't care what country you're in. We got the news channels information in your country. We got the magazines in your country. And we can also get you on the 3.5 million podcasts, 209,000 associations, 173,000 media outlets, and 45,000 conferences. You just saw something pop up on the screen that says there are 23 event planners that are actively looking for speakers on the site right now. We monitor that. We are a show your work company. We're going to show you everything. We show you when event planners are on the site and they're looking for you guys, because people are like, I don't know if people are looking. Yep, you just saw it said at the top. Right now, 23 people are looking actively for speakers on the page. We show you every pitch that's sent, every booking that's made. We document it and we show you that information. Why? Because we live in a world of a lot of fake data. We live in a world of a lot of online overpromises. We will only teach you what we do. You hear me say this every day. We're going to show our work at SpeakerHub so that you can have confidence, Corolla, that you're in the right place. So you can have confidence, Brett, that your client that you're booking for, that you're using the best tool on the market. You're in the best network on the market. Cameron, who else is new here? That's their first time. Jesse, we want to make sure that you can apply your scientific method to our processes and understand that your hypothesis that we are the best was proven true. All right. So, Kathleen, you have a question?
I do. Thank you. Hello, everyone. So I have a tech question, of course. Thanks for the onboarding videos. I watched them all. They were very helpful. I noticed that there are 2 pages for my profile. So I'm trying to get as much as I know I don't expect it to be perfect before I start pitching, but I want to get as much information out there as I can. And so I noticed that on the speaker profile, my photo is actually showing up. Still on the SpeakerHub Pro, it's not showing up. So I'm not sure if I should, start pitching without that being there. That's one thing I wanted to know about.
Yeah, I think Ezekiel is jumping in the room. I sent him the link. Ezekiel is our CTO. He should be in. Is Ezekiel in here? Juliana, can you get Ezekiel into the call, please?
I'll reach out to him, yes.
Yeah, I just sent him the link maybe 20 minutes ago because we need to see this. We got a bug that we need to fix. But Kathleen, I'm going to have Ezekiel hop on and see if we can get that resolved for you. Because everybody else's photos are working, but for some reason, your photo has an issue, but we'll get that fixed for you. Is that fair?
Sure, I'm fine. So my other question is on one of the profiles, I believe it is the speaker page profile. When I tried to put in it accepted my one sheet. It accepted that, but I tried to download a video and it told me to upgrade. And so when I click on upgrade, I'm not sure where to go from there.
No, I need to get you, because you have a lifetime. Kathleen is one of our new lifetime members. So we need to upgrade your account to a gold lifetime account. That's on our side. So we'll get that upgraded for you, no issue. So if you give me to the end of the call, I'll go ahead and get that upgraded for you. Everyone who has a lifetime membership has a gold lifetime account also. Lifetime is where our every year we make 100 licenses available, 100 memberships available, so that a person can pay once and have access to all of our tools for life, right? So we only make 8 of them available per month, but that's how we do it. We think it's a cool way to encourage people to make the commitment to us. So the longer you commit to us, the better we are to you, is kind of how I think about it. We want people that are committed versus contributing. So how many lifetime people do we have in here now? I know Jasmine, Bart, AJ, Kevin, Darren, Ann, Sayron. I know they're not all on camera. Leroy, I think Leroy has a lifetime, or he was considering it at one point. But yeah, so you're here with people that are committed, that are with us. Jasmine, I forgot about Jasmine over there in the corner. Lawrence, of course. So Kathleen, you're in the right place. I'll get that upgrade. I'm actually logged in on the backside to get that upgraded for you while we're talking, and we'll be able to, or Ray, I don't know if you can log in and do that for her. That would be great. But Brett, what's going on?
We hear from Flynn, last name Flynn. Right here. Hi, Miss Flynn.
1 second. I think we got to mute. There we go. Brett, what's going on, my man? You're muted. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I thought I did that. I can't stay for the whole meeting, but I'm trying to set up, or I'm going to be setting up a meeting with you and I and Zev, and he's a busy guy. So could you give me some touch points of what we're going to talk about in that 30-minute chat so I can pass it on?
Yeah, basically what we're going to discuss is how to take the next step in membership, the importance of the Speaker Flywheel and the community that we've built, and how he can benefit the most from it. And then he will be presented with the options of a 1-year, 2-year, 3-year membership, or a lifetime option if one of the licenses is available. If it happens in March, we get 8 new ones in March. So, but you know, that's what we're going to discuss. How can we work together to get him on more stages, and the stages that he wants to be on? Because that's all we really know how to do, right?
Perfect.
I don't really know how to do anything else but book people and help them to get paid for the bookings that they get.
Good enough. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Always good, Brett. Brett has been here at every meeting. Brett is committed to this thing. He's been 3 meetings in a row, twice yesterday and 4 times on Sunday. No, I'm just kidding. Kathleen, I'm upgrading your account right while we're doing this. So any other questions? Karima, go ahead. If you have a question, ask it, because Ange isn't here. I know you all are used to putting your question in the chat. I can't read the chat and talk at the same time. I get dizzy. So maybe I should make Juliana a co-host.
So Karima is, yes, Karima is asking a question. I can read it out loud, Ron.
Yeah, go ahead. Juliana is our head of marketing at SpeakerHub. She has worked with speakers for the last 4 years or something like that, on their marketing, their websites, things of that sort. So, but go ahead. What was Karima's question?
Yes, so she's mentioning my profile states that I am exploring. However, when I assess my experience, it was an emergent level. How can I have it changed is what she mentions.
Yep. So Karima, that's the plan that you're on. When you chose the plan that when you chose your payment plan and what you wanted access to, you picked podcast only, which is our exploring plan.
Oh.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, because then when I clicked on exploring like associations, I didn't realize that it would be different, because when I did the assessment, it always said emerging, but I did not realize.
So the assessment gives you the suggestion of which plan you should have with us.
Okay.
Right? So if you were on the expert assessment, but you said, no, I really don't want to pitch conferences. I only want to pay for podcasts. We're not going to tell you can't enroll at the level you want to be at. Now, we gave you the suggestion of what level we thought you would be at, which is you should be probably doing live gigs at associations and exploring doing 1 to 2 conferences a year as an emerging speaker. But because you signed up for the podcast only plan, that's our exploring plan.
How would I be able to change it? Because I paid for the year.
Okay, I'll walk you through that. Actually, if you want to share your screen, well, you don't even have to share your screen because I don't want that to come up. If you click on your name in the right corner in SpeakerHub Pro.
My name.
You see that? And it should do a drop down and say settings.
Yep.
And then if you go to plans, you see plans there.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you click on plans, there are annual and monthly plans.
Yes.
You see that?
Uh-huh.
And if you upgrade, you can, it'll prorate the difference in there.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering if I have to pay an additional fee.
No. Set up a time with me and I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
Okay? Because I think that the plans have changed since you first signed up, but I want to respect what you signed up for originally. Does that make sense?
Appreciate that. Yes, thank you.
So if you can grab a time on my calendar, that would be great.
How do I get to your calendar?
Put it in the chat right here.
Okay.
Perfect. It should be in the chat. I think it went to AJ Vassar. Wasn't trying to send it to AJ. You don't really like understand how much Ange does until I try to run this meeting by myself. Holy crap, this is hard. Usually all I got to do is talk. Ange got the links popping. She got all the references and I just got to talk. Now I got to do all this crap.
I got you. I just sent it.
Yeah, they got like 4 employees in here. Come on, man. Y'all got to help me out. Ray, Juliana,
I sent it.
All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. All right. We got a long list of questions. Say, Ron, what's up?
Hey, Ron. Yeah, I think I put it on the chat, but like you said, you don't read the chat. So do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why my camera doesn't allow to open. Yeah, so on the association, I saw a lot of redundancy. I see a lot of association as the same title, same location. For example, it's not a different location, it's the same location, same title. And a lot of them are gray logo. Some of them have their own logo. So I assume these are more like still active and they're still doing business.
So,
but
yeah.
the gray one, I'm not getting a response of all the gray ones. So I don't know when you're starting them, they are redundant. I'm not sure.
Yep. So I'll walk you through that. So what we basically do, because we have 209,000 associations, we use a piece of external software to go and grab the logos, right? Because there's no way we can copy and paste all those daggone logos. So we use a piece of software that goes to the website and grabs their little icon in the corner. That's how we get the logos. Well, if the software doesn't have those logos, it doesn't show up and it just shows a gray logo with SpeakerHub on it or something. The redundancy sometimes will be that there's a different person at that location. So we may give you the marketing director, we may give you the event planner, we may give you the head of membership. Depending on what your topic is, you probably will be talking to a specific person. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
yeah.
That's why you will see some redundancy because there are different people that are at that organization.
Yes. Yeah.
If you happen to see the same person's name, right, in that organization, it may be because they have 2 different email addresses. And that's something that Andrea is working on.
Yeah.
We have to write some code that says if the first email address is wrong, put in the second one, where it does it automatically without causing a bunch of confusion. We just haven't figured out the logic on how to do that software-wise. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I don't want to take too much time from everyone, but I already have appointment with you on Friday because the branding kit for me is still have the glitch. I'm still not able to use the AI or like the audience. My audience say tech people 18 years old. That's not my audience. And I try it. Angel told me that she talked with your tech, but maybe when I share the screen on Friday,
So I'll just answer that right now. This is something that It's a very small thing that we just fixed. Here's the
Yeah.
issue. Over here, when you go to save, if you don't put in your phone number, because it's a required field, it won't let you update anything, right?
Oh, okay.
So we need the phone number so that the event, yeah, we made phone numbers required
Okay.
in the last update. So that if you just go in and put in the phone number, so that
Okay.
if what we found is that there's about a 20% response rate, higher response rate, if you put a phone number in the bottom of the signature.
Okay.
Let me tell you why that's important. Because they want to know that it's a real person reaching out to them, not some prince in, a foreign country offering them lottery tickets, right? So we want to do all of the personal identity signaling as we can. So the more of these things that you don't leave blank, the better off it is for you. But we made phone numbers required on Monday, but a lot of you all were our customers before Monday. So you may not have had the phone number, but it will
Yeah.
prevent you from updating. So
Okay.
that's
So
what that is. You
so
can see
that's
if I take this out,
yeah.
it
I'm
usually
talking about
won't
the
let you do it.
audience. Yeah, not the branding, not the bio. So if I put the phone, I can change the audience too. Like on the second, not this one, not this one. My audience. So that's affect this one too.
Well, I don't know because I don't know what the bug you were running into. But
Okay.
if I come here, we all use the same code. So if
Okay.
I change my audience to 18 to 60 and I hit save, right? It still should be there when I come back. Yep, there it is. 28 to 60 or whatever I put it at is still there. So that's functioning just fine. You should be good. This is where you make adjustments to your audience. We don't put your age range there. That's not automatically put in there. We just do the ideal customer, and then you decide what segment you like to work with.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
we don't have your age. Let me tell you why we don't do the age one. Imagine if it's Lawrence doing leadership talks. We don't know Lawrence's age because we never asked for his birthday, right? So he should be able to go in and say, I work with kids between this age or youth between this age. Versus someone who may be older, your range may be different who you talk to based on your topic. So this is manual. AI has nothing to do with this.
Oh, okay, I got that. But the target profile on the top, the box, that will be automatically generated from your bio, right?
Yep.
And if
That's
I
going to be done with the AI there.
yeah, and if I want to update it, like fill out with AI, it's going to take one page, which is fine. How about the bottom? How about the location and the annual, the one in the bottom, all the other options?
Yep. These are things that you fill in also. This is the
okay.
one where you put these things in.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. This audience is, we just give you the basic of the cake. You add all the icing that you want down here because we don't know which locations you want to do it. You may say you only want to work with people in Washington, D.C. So you can fill that part in.
Okay. Got it.
And you may say, I only want to work with people that make 100 grand. Cool. Put that in and we will take it from there.
Okay. Great.
Make
Thank
sense?
you, Ron.
No,
Thank
Seyran is one of our lifetime members. She's an engineer also. She is great at what she does. I'm glad that she's here because she solves all of our technical issues by just finding them. She finds all the stuff that we need to fix. So I'm always appreciative. Rhonda, what's going on? Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you. The other day I mentioned that I was losing pitches and I didn't know why. Today I see that I am losing them on my follow-ups. I lost
Yep,
about
exactly.
10 today on my follow-ups.
Yep, we found that at the beginning. John Diggs, the bald wonder, showed us that at the beginning of the meeting.
Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got
No. Well, I was trying to get Ezekiel in to show that.
Yeah.
But we just got to send him a message. So Juliana, if you can just let Ezekiel know.
I let him know already. Yes, I let
Yeah,
him
it's
know.
just follow-ups. It's taking a pitch from the follow-up.
Yeah.
So that's what the issue is, why the pitch counts keep going down. I saw it demonstrated, so there's no debate about it. So I'm not going to make a Loom video, but they're losing pitches on the follow-up. So we need to refresh. Just having to give everybody another 200 pitches back. That'll be easy because I don't feel like counting them. Jasmine, what's up?
You know, I always listen for everyone else to find the technical issues because they're the techies, right? I'm the speaker, they're the techies. So, but I realized also the pitches. I'm glad you're fixing that on the follow-ups, that you're losing the pitch. So I don't have to discuss that because you just addressed that. But what I found out is when you get an address, an incorrect address, remember initially you'd said, you know, make a list and let us know. But you know what I realized? The minute you click on it and it's the wrong address and you click OK, it goes away.
Yeah, once you click invalid, no, that's perfectly fine. By marking it invalid, it adds it to a list on our side. So we already have that. It removes it for everyone else, and it makes a list for us to go back and revalidate to get the updated information. So you did the right thing. You don't have to send me a list. Just mark it as invalid in your mailbox, and we got it.
Okay, I don't even go to the mailbox. I just go. So it goes, when it's invalid, it goes over to the mailbox?
Yep, everything goes over into the mailbox in your sent folder, and you just mark it as invalid. And then it takes it out for everyone.
Okay, okay.
It takes it out and it goes to archive, right?
Yep, it takes it out. It should put it over in archive, but we get notified that we take it out of the database. Like on our side, technically, if you mark something as invalid, Cardis, AJ can't go in and find that same opportunity anymore.
Okay.
It universally removes it for everybody until we get it updated. Right? Bart?
Yes, real quick, I wanted to show Lawrence something here. It speaks to the point you made earlier. Just want to share it so Lawrence, you can write this down.
Yep.
So I was pitching yesterday. You better see my screen here. The Mole, they have several chapters. I think there's about 18. So when I clicked on this, I mean, when I submitted to them, I thought of you because of what that says right there.
Perfect. There you go, Lawrence.
So
That's
this
a
is
huge
in the
opportunity.
system. Just you can screenshot that or write it down. If you just that word right there, the Mole, then all of them are going to come up in a row. I would suggest pitching to all of them because that's what you speak to.
Dude, that's incredible. That's huge. Lawrence, take that to the house, man. You know, imagine what's your ideal fee? Was it $1,000, $1,500? What was your ideal fee?
So for right now, I'm in the basis of still deciding on exactly what my ideal fee would be.
Okay, just say $3,000. So just when they ask you, just tell them you want $3,000. And if you're like, dude, I'll be happy with $1,000, take it. But you got to have a number though. You got to put a price on the goods.
Because the price that I have in my head is around that 4 to 5. But if it were to be like a small association in my city, they probably don't have the budget for that. Right. But if it was somewhere like a huge conference and they're selling tickets for $500 a piece and they've got 1,000 people there, they have the budget for that.
100%. Yeah. So, but yeah, just start with a number. Put a number that you can say confidently without blinking or looking away. That's your price.
And I would add from a negotiation standpoint, let's say you get one of those of that company and there's 18 of them. Now you can deal. Look, okay, that's my price. You don't have that, but if you let me speak at all of them, this would be the number for all of them.
Yeah, because if it were to be, let's just use 3,000 as an example and 10 of them because I'm not the best at math. If they say, well, we don't have 3,000, but we've got 2,000. Okay, I'll do it for 2,000 if you let me speak at all 10 of them. So they just saved $10,000 and I made 20,000.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's good math, you know? So a lot of times they're going to give you the introduction because they may not control each chapter and each chapter's budget, but you just say, hey, look, can you introduce me to the other chapter members? So that's a way to get that. All right, guys. So we're approaching 1 o'clock. I'm glad everyone is still here. Good to see everyone. This has been a great call. Hopefully it's been helpful bringing people up to speed about how we help people to get booked here at SpeakerHub, answering your tech support questions. I didn't have a chance to do a bunch of teaching today, but I was going to have Juliana come in to do website reviews for anyone who wanted that as we go into overtime. I have to hop off because I have a hard stop at 1 myself, but Juliana is the co-host today. So if anybody wants to get a website review or understand, you know, how we do website reviews, feel free to volunteer and Juliana can walk you through that, and you all are free to stay in the room, but I have a hard stop. I really appreciate you all showing up.
Can I talk for a minute? Do you
Yeah,
have a
Yamama,
minute,
what's up?
Ron?
Yep, go
Hi,
ahead.
everybody.
Good to see you.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Yama.
Hi. Actually, I'm just taking 1 minute of you, Ron. I know you are in big hurry. I'm also in hurry because I have a meeting booked with another client. So I just want to share that my book is today live on Amazon, and it's published over there. So you guys can have a look over there, and if you want to have a copy of
That's
that,
incredible. You want to share your screen so we can see where to buy it?
yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. So I gotta hop off, but Juliana, you have host of the meeting.
Yes.
Finish doing whatever y'all gonna do.
Yes.
Your mama, I'll get your book. I promise you. Everyone else, see you all tomorrow. But I gotta go. All right. But
Thank you,
Okay,
Ron.
I'm in good hands with
Take care.
Juliana.
Okay, my battery is going down. Just give me a minute so I can share it. You guys, there's my screen. Hello, can you see my
I
screen?
don't think we see it. I think we see
Okay,
it.
just give me a minute. Yeah, can you see it now?
It's loading. Yes, now we see it.
Okay, I'm just giving you a preview of my book. If you can see it, it's a Kindle preview software because
Yes.
okay, if you can see it. So this is the main cover of my book. It's 30 days to a new you. And I have made complete 30 days tasks so that you can change your mindset or your personality. I have also researched famous personalities, lifestyle. And you can see here, it's a long journey, in fact, and I have put all the effort of my previous knowledge, my book reading, knowledge. I have studied so many books.
Amazing.
I was also a student of English literature, so I was very much, a fan of Shakespeare and different authors and authors of my own language, Urdu language. So,
Yes.
this is what I have put all myself into this book.
Oh, that's
And
amazing. Thank you for
yeah,
sharing that, Yamama, with all of our.
so this is the famous personalities which although I'm not famous, but still I still put my name first. But I have put David Goggins, Sarah Blakely, Elon Musk, The Rock, Oprah, and Warren Buffett, Jim Carrey, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson. Some other people are also mentioned in this book. So this is a small demo, and this is the table of content. You can see I have put all the details week-wise, categorized it in a week-wise, content, so people can find it easily what they, want to. Yeah, Jasmine, you want to say something?
Oh, that's amazing, Yamama. Thank you for sharing it
Okay,
with the
yeah,
group.
this is just give me one week information so how you can get benefit from this book. This is week 1, The Power of Change, Why Your Personality Isn't Fixed. So this is basically a little bit information what you can do. And now for the day 1, this is a real life story of David Goggins. I have put in the day 1. And when people go through all the book, at the end of the day, this is what you can do, things to do today. And for your motivation, I've put the quote of the day. So this is a small demo of the book, and this is what you get a complete, 30 days information, or you can say a motivational things, stories, quotations, and things to do, how you can change your
That's
behavior.
great. Great, Yamama. So you shared it in the chat, correct? The Amazon link.
Yeah, it's published
Yes.
on Amazon
Yes.
as well. Should I
Perfect.
stop my screen?
Yes, so we can hear others.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, but that was amazing. In fact, that is one of the things we always strive to encourage other speakers to do, because it is a great time in a podcast or in any time you're in a public setting to share your wins, your books. So that's the place to do it. And some people are afraid to do that call to action, but if someone is interested in that topic, they will see it and they will get through. So it's all about pushing their people to the right spot so your message can be heard.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
sure.
amazing that you did that. And yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for sharing with all the group.
Yeah, thank you so much. If
now-
if anybody wants to just have a look at over this book on Amazon, and I just give you a preview, maybe anyone can benefit from it. That's a request.
Yes.
And give me some positive reviews, please. I need reviews badly.
That's amazing. Thank you, Yamama.
Thank you so
And
much. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
Ron
bye-bye,
would
people.
also check it out.
I'm running out of time. I have a meeting booked with
Goodbye.
my client.
Take care.
Goodbye. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Anne, I see your hand is raised. We're happy to answer any questions, or if it's a comment you want to give, feel free to.
I put it in the chat. I chatted to you. I sent you a message in the chat.
Oh, yes, volunteering for a website review. That's great. Okay, can you share your website link so everybody can see it, please?
Oh, I apologize. I'm on my cell phone and my Wi-Fi is bad. Can I give it to you? It's AnnMcNeil.com.
Okay.
AnnMcNeil.
Let me look it up. So AnnMcNeil.com.
Now, AJ just gave me some really good feedback earlier in this call where he said, basically people that listen to the podcast may not have been able to purchase from me. So that's one aha.
That is very important because that's the call to action framework we always talk about. And yes, it's great to bring it to the table. So I'm trying to open the website, but I think I'm not spelling it right. Let me
It's ANNMCNEILL. NEILL.com.
Okay, loading it as we speak. Okay, I'm seeing it now. It's loading, so I'll screen share so we can all see it and provide some actionable feedback. Okay. So this is it. So you were mentioning something about the call to action. So if people wanted to purchase something from you, they had no place to do so. Is that right?
Well, that's what AJ brought up, which was a very good observation in the beginning of this call when he mentioned that I was on his podcast and that people responded by wanting to get the materials that I referenced, but could not. I don't think they could not get them from I don't think they could get them from my site. I think it was the observation. So that's why I raised my hand to say I would like to have an audit.
Yes. So the question is, who is going to see this website? If this is a website you're sharing with other fellow podcast audiences, or if this is a website you're only sharing with conference event planners, that is something I would look to improve in terms of the call to action, depending on the target audience. So, for instance, right now, where are you speaking at and where are you promoting your website? Who is seeing this website currently?
Well, right now, everybody, when I mean by everybody, I put it on all of my materials, but what you just brought to my attention is the fact that I should probably have a different call to action for different groups of people.
Yes, and yes, maybe a different specific page. So as you see it on the top menu, you have meeting planners. So that's very helpful because if you're a meeting planner, you will automatically go there or to your speaking programs, your keynotes. So that's what they will look for. But if you have a separate section for your audience to download resources, then that can be helpful for that call to action you're mentioning, because you definitely don't want all the attention to go to a piece that is only directed to a certain audience. So that is the recommendation would be to think of some pages in your speaker website as the places of where to put that call to action, if that makes sense. So because we don't want to have like 3 buttons in the header, that would be too much and can be overwhelming. But if you can provide different spaces for those audiences, then that can be really helpful for whoever navigates your website, that so they can find what they're looking for.
Okay, what are your thoughts about a landing page for to direct that traffic?
It could be a landing page, yes. It could be a separate menu option that is about resources, which is common in speaker websites, just to have a resources page. Or yeah, it depends on what you provide as a product to your audience, but definitely you can have a focused section for that. And yeah, it all depends on the objective of how you're marketing yourself right now. So for instance, when I see like the hero image and the hero call to actions, I say it's more driven to whomever you're pitching to. Like you have the book a discovery session for possible clients, and you have the view keynotes as the call to action for event planners. So that is the reason why I would definitely recommend thinking on your different target audiences and how you can help them better in the website, but don't overcrowd it. That would be my biggest advice. So just a separate page for your podcast audience and yeah, that direct consulting clients in the menu, basically.
All right, thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So if
I'm sorry,
anyone
one
else
last thing.
has website questions, I'm happy to attend to them.
Sorry, one last thing. You mentioned that you
yes.
had an audit. Do you have an audit template or something like that we can use to just go through this with the people's? Okay.
Yes, there is a resource. Yes, we do have it. Let me see if I can look it up right now as we are on this call, so I can share it with you all. But yes, we do have that. So please give me a couple minutes and I'll find it.
Thank you so
much. Absolutely, happy to help.
Now I see Janisa is still on here from the office. Janisa, I'm not sure if you're still here or you just forgot to hang up. Are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, Michelle is in the waiting room. She was waiting for somebody to let her in. So Michelle, so Janisa, you took notes?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I was asking my office if you take notes on what you just said. Because she didn't come off mute to say anything, so I wasn't sure.
Yes.
So Carola.
Took notes.
So,
all right.
Okay, there is Michelle. Yes. We good now? Thank you for letting me know, Anne.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
So we can just take the audit form that you have and we can just use that to make the changes, and Michelle can go back later and listen to the recording. Thank you.
Absolutely. So Carola, you had a comment, a question. Please share it with us.
Yeah, thank you, Juliana. I have a question. This is my first meeting, so I'm still trying to figure things out. And my question is regarding the speaker page that you can put together. Would you recommend having it in 2 languages or mainly in 1 language, and then I guess it gets translated depending on the person who is looking things up, preferences, or how does it work?
Okay, so that's a great question, and I would first start off on what market you want to pursue first. So I would recommend focusing on just one to get started before making it over complex with 2 languages. Once you have enough income or enough traction, enough momentum in one market, then you can add another language as a part of the menu of the page. And yes, you can have a developer, have someone just place everything in both languages. But just to start off, I would always recommend just focusing on what you do best and where you want to get that first momentum starting up. Because if you try to cover everything, then you'll over-engineer, overcomplicate everything, and you'll kill momentum as you grow. So that would be my recommendation on there regarding the website. Not that it's not possible, but it's just to grow as steps, taking it step by step.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So where are you located? What is your target audience ideas look like if you're just starting out?
I am located in Chile, but I work mainly one-on-one with clients, and my clients are mainly in the US or in Europe, Australia. Yeah.
Got it. So mainly English,
Yes.
right?
Yes, mainly English. Yeah.
Mainly English-speaking countries. Yes. So yeah, my recommendation there would be to start off with an English website. And then if you want to cover like podcasts in Spanish and do some other content for Spanish-speaking audiences, then you can do that. But for the if your main client base is already English-speaking, it would make more sense to serve them better and to serve them as a head start in your website. Thank you,
Yay.
Rhonda. Take care.